Wee. I'm just a sloppy little pig. How do I become a gentleman hog?
Well, you found the right place, brother.
Welcome to Whoa, That's Sick.
A place for hogs to become pigs. Nope. Nope.
No.
For pigs to become gentlemanly hogs.
That's right. And a lady hog, if that's your persuasion, if you would rather.
The two genders are pig and hog. And they can use whatever bathroom they want because it is the floor.
That's true. Oh, my God. Pigs solved it.
Pigs solved it.
Every episode we start by saying that it's advice for piggies to become hogs, but we don't give advice.
No. Honestly, you would be better off doing the opposite of what we say.
Yeah, but what do we say? I guess do the opposite of the way that we riff, which is I think evidence of a mental health crisis.
Sure, yeah. Just don't be us.
Yeah, very much don't be us.
Don't end up in a situation like this. Mm-hmm. Is the podcast studio the new man cave?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
I don't know if that's good.
Yeah, wives send their husband, now put the tchotchke in the podcast studio.
It would look good above the mantle.
The stop sign that you stole when you were 23 does not go in the living room.
Yeah, but Sully died when we did it, so I gotta keep it.
Yeah, well, put it in the podcast studio.
SNL did a funny sketch that was like a Fisher-Price podcast studio for grown men.
Good.
So they could pretend. It was good.
I love it.
Yeah, this isn't even going anywhere. This doesn't record.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. This loops into this is a direct line to our landlord's apartment, and he said the rent will be affordable if you do a little something for Daddy.
Yeah.
And what he wants is daily, sometimes twice daily, podcasts.
He just loves it. He loves the way we talk. I just imagine there's one long wire. I set this whole thing up, so I did it. Mm-hmm. There's a long wire going out to a white van that says like Reggie's Flower Shop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And there's just Gene Hackman in the conversation listening to what we're saying.
Yeah, except it's our landlord.
Yeah.
And he's rubbing his little nipples and saying, yeah, tell me how you suffer.
Please.
Tell me how you suffer and then pay me my monthly due.
Give me the due.
If you were listening to the last episode, you know that our landlord got quite small.
He got so small.
We shrunk him down, and he's been worming his way through the holes of our walls like a little borrower. Mm-hmm. He's been riding a rat that he calls a horse. He's been pissing us off.
The borrowers.
Oh, yeah, I said it Canadian style.
Yeah. Is that a different movie?
No.
The borrowers?
The borrowers. This is where my Canadian hops out. I say borrow, I say sorrow.
Mm-hmm. I'm so filled with sorrow when I can't watch The Borrowers. Mm-hmm. He says that every day to me.
I would say that Canadians are very silly when we say a big round O in our words. I can see why that sounds silly. But there's one American pronunciation that is just the silliest thing I've ever heard. And it's how you guys pronounce both. You guys say both. It gets all weird.
You mean Both?
Both.
Yeah, I'll take both of them.
Americans pronounce it like it's BOW''. It's like there's
Both?
so much going on.
How do you say it?
You say it again?
Both?
Well, you say it normal.
Borth?
I've been meeting so many Americans who are like both.
I'll take both of them.
It sounds like they're bouncing the both off of a floor and then catching it. Both.
Yeah, basketball.
Basket both.
Booth.
John Wilkes.
John Wilkes Booth.
Now, there's a guy who could take a shot and finish the job.
I mean, Lincoln was good. We like him. Mm-hmm. And maybe gay.
Really?
Yeah. Did you not know this?
No.
There's that's been speculated for a long time because he would share a bed with his buddy. And then apparently there's like letters and stuff that say like, I miss your hog.
Really? There's a letter that says that?
No, but there are like
on the day of our last meeting, your hog was
four score and
favorable.
But there's a documentary that I have not seen, but it's called Lover of Men, and it's about Abe Lincoln potentially being gay.
Yeah. He goes, "We must free the slaves, and as a thank you to me, maybe the slaves come by of their own free will, but maybe they remember who freed them, and maybe they all come by, handsome guys only, and the fit ones.
The ladies can stay.
And ladies, tend to the home.
You've had it bad enough. Why don't you stay home? But bring the big strong men.
Bring the big strong men to me. 77 years ago, I saw this guy, and folks, let me tell you, he was coming out of the pond that we bathe in. My family had a pond. He was a neighbor boy. Mm-hmm. I was a boy. He was a boy. He emerged slick as a fish. Anyway, let's end this civil war. Fuck.
Yeah, he just starts to go on a tangent, and then he panics. He's like, I guess let's get back to that Civil War thing.
Yeah.
But I was he was potentially gay, which is cool. Love that. But Lincoln was a good one. But I imagine in the Confederate States, John Wilkes Booth, who was an actor, probably if we had social media, it would have been like a Luigi Mangione sort of character because he was a hunk, I imagine.
Right, and they would have seen him as a hero for taking down the guy that ended their way.
I mean, they might have liked him already, but people would have been like posting memes, being like, "Shoot me in the head, Daddy."
Yeah. Shoot me in the back of the head at the opera.
Mm-hmm. What show was he seeing?
Oh yeah, it wasn't an opera; it was play.
It was play,
which is just opera without the screaming.
That's so true. It's a musical, but without the music.
Yeah. What show was he seeing? I recently saw the off-Broadway show, the Mary Todd Lincoln show.
Oh, Mary?
Oh, Mary.
Great, right?
It's so funny.
Yeah.
So, and he was playing with the idea of Lincoln be gay. But I didn't know that was based on a kernel of truth.
Yeah. Yep. Kernel of Truth served in the Union Army, as we know. He fought General Lee.
Yeah.
General Mills.
And he fought generally. Just anyone.
Kernel of Truth. Kernel of Truth was the one who outed Lincoln, actually.
Yeah. He fought Major Payne in the butt.
Oh my God. Have you seen Major Payne?
The with Damon Wayans movie? No. I think about it. I want to say once every couple months it pops into my head.
Is it good? I don't know, but I watched it as a boy and it was very funny. But yeah, I got to go see Oh Mary.
Oh Mary, great.
Mary Todd.
Oh Mary, great. Lincoln, gay.
Lincoln got confused because he goes, Mary Todd, I'd love to. It turns out.
She shows up. She's getting walked down the aisle, and he's like, "Where's Todd?" And his buddy's like, "Oh my fuck! I see how you got confused."
Oh fuck!
There's a guy named Todd standing nearby
with flowers.
Lincoln's like, "Hi, okay, what's going on here?"
I got a little egg on my face.
This might be classic Todd pranking me. It feels like classic Todd.
He's waiting for Todd to object. Todd. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Todd? Feels like now would be a good time to say just kidding.
Yeah. Mary Todd. Fuck John Wilkes Booth.
Yeah. Kill Lincoln.
And kill Lincoln.
Basically.
What happened?
The original Mary Fuck Kill.
I love history.
So we're very proud to announce today that we are sponsored by Quiznos. Quiznos subs. Quiznos. Yes, we still exist, and we're dying. So Quiznos. Now down to 2 stores.
Yeah, more of a quiz maybe.
Oh. Well, honestly, a quiz no.
Yeah. Who did Subway killed the Quiznos?
Subway killed the Quiznos sub. For some reason, I know a lot about Quiznos. Here's my impression of Jimmy Lombardos, the founder of Quiznos.
Okay.
Founded it in the 80s in Denver, Colorado. Okay, you play a bank guy who's gonna. I'm applying for a loan. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
come on in, kid.
Hey, mister. Thanks so much for seeing me. I was hoping to get a loan. Let me paint a picture for you.
All right.
There's a lot of submarine sandwich stores in this country, but none of them toast the subs. I predict that our toasted subs will take the world by storm. In 20 years, we'll be the second most popular sandwich chain in North America. Then the other chains will introduce toasting technology, and we'll be out of ideas, and we'll slowly fold.
Seems like you got a good idea there, son. I don't know why you just didn't stop earlier.
Well, you could say I'm a bit too honest, sir. That's why I want to tell you that your investment will be sound. For a bit. We will change the game of submarine sandwiches to the point that everyone has to change their methods to keep up.
Well, that sounds pretty good to me.
And once that happens, we'll slowly fold. We want every Quiznos sign to be a ghost, just barely existing behind a new sign of a business that took over that storefront. We want people to say, remember Quiznos? And then someone else will say, what was that again?
That sounds pretty good to me. This bank wasn't built on winners.
And that's why I came to Wrong Horse Bank. The only bank that backs the wrong horse. So that's my impression of Jimmy Lombardo's.
Jimmy Lombardo. I wonder if there's still a Quiznos in New York somewhere.
There's got to be. It's got to be somewhere. I see them once in a while. I had one recently. It made me sick. But I used to love them as a kid. I loved how they gave those little peppers. Pepperoncinis or whatever the hell they're called.
Sure. Yeah.
Many as you could take.
I wonder, I mean, they did have a quality product, I feel like.
Yeah.
But yeah, Subway started toasting. And with Subway, I like Subway.
Well, you grew up with Jared.
I did. I grew up with Jared.
Yeah. You grew up quickly hanging around Jared.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I knew what he was looking for, and I said, I'm not going to be that much longer. I'm gonna grow up. I'm gonna be mature.
Yeah,
I'm gonna hit a growth spurt. I'm gonna will myself to a growth spurt so I'm less attractive to Jared.
Yeah.
But
he just kept pulling his pants out to show you how much weight he's lost, but it wasn't actually for that. He was using the big pant waistline as a net, and he was going around to kids saying, "Hop in, hop in.
Yeah,
water's warm."
What I like about Subway is not that it's that good; it's that it's consistent.
Yeah,
and there is comfort in knowing you'll get the exact same thing anytime you order it. And you have some control in saying, like, I want this, this, and this, and you have to watch them do it, because at most fast food places, you say one thing, you get another, which is fine. I don't care. I'm eating, it should be out of the garbage. I should be eating this food out of the garbage. If it's not going to come correct, who cares? Yep. But yeah, I'm glad to have you, Quiznos. Hopefully this can boost some sales.
Hopefully this can boost some sales. We're happy to have you as a sponsor. And as part of the sponsorship deal, they gave us a coupon for one full-priced submarine sandwich each.
Wow.
And then there's a little handwritten note at the bottom that says, please come.
Please use this.
Please come by.
If anything, just say hi. Just
say hi.
You open the door to a Quiznos, and it's like the same face that the Chilean miners made when they were rescued.
It's time for some house and life updates.
Update.
Come in. What's going on with your house and life? Meep. Meow. I'll get that, Roadrunner.
Is that Wile E. Coyote?
Yeah.
That's how he talked.
I'll get that guy.
That's Wile E. Coyote before he started holding up the signs. In the first couple cartoons, he had a voice.
Yeah.
And he'd go,
where is that guy?
But the voice didn't play, so they switched it to signs. But you can find a couple of very early Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote cartoons where Roadrunner goes, meow, and then Wile E. Coyote goes,
dang it, I thought I had that guy. This'll get that guy. Good. Another fine product from the Acme Corporation. Let's see what they got. Oh, yeah, a rocket ship and some roller skates. This'll help me catch that guy. Oh, frickin' hell, I missed him. Well, at least I'm still standing on solid ground. Said no one ever.
He was the first one to say, said no one ever. Did they ever explain why Wile E. Coyote hates the Roadrunner so much?
I don't think he hates him. I think he wants dinner.
Oh.
But possibly if he does hate him, it's because he just can't get him.
I like to imagine that he walked in on the Roadrunner like sleeping with his wife or something.
That's fun to imagine.
No matter how hungry I get, I'm not resorting to throwing anvils and dynamite just for dinner. I'd start eating twigs and berries.
Yeah, if you're ordering all this stuff from the Acme Corporation, why don't you toss some orders to, I don't know, Uber Eats?
Yeah, DoorDash that.
Fun to imagine Wile E. Coyote walking in on them on Roadrunner Pork and his wife going, meep, meep,
yeah,
meep, meep.
And
then the coyote lady's just holding up a little sign that says,
it's not what it looks like.
Yeah.
We've been having problems for years. They just keep holding up signs back and forth. I didn't know about these problems. Sorry, I was at work trying to provide. I was unemployed for 6 months. You hated that too. You had me around.
Get a job. I have a job. Trying to kill that guy.
That guy. You spend all your money on signs and dynamite.
It's my money.
Heaven forbid I spend my money.
Oh, it's not what it looks like? Then what's this? Goes and picks up some signs that are discarded on the ground. Finds one that says, "Hey, Roadrunner, I want to sleep with you." Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. I'm close. I lost it. I'm close.
No, that's good. That's good. Right. No, there.
Back. Just looking around for the signs, trying to find the right one.
Wile E. Coyote truly was the first that guy from Love Actually who woos the gal with the signs.
Yeah.
The first Bob Dylan holding up those signs in that music video.
I haven't seen Love Actually.
It's insane.
He's doing that because her husband or fiance or something's like in the house, right?
And it's fucking psychotic because it's his best friend is married to this woman that he loves, and he's at the wedding. I think the first scene is him as the best man at this wedding, but he's secretly in love with this wife.
Aren't we all?
And then at the end, he like shows her all these signs that he basically says, "I'm your true love." But his friend he's not a bad guy. He's done nothing to make us want that relationship to end.
And does he love his wife?
Yeah, I think so.
Does it ever resolve that part?
I don't remember it resolving that. I think it's just like, oh, I guess she's going with him now. I guess she's just going to leave this nice guy.
Just for another guy.
Just another guy who's a bit more dramatic.
Yeah, I want to see that movie in like 6 months when like the fun wears off and they like have to have a fight.
He's still holding up signs.
Yeah, don't turn around. Tell him.
Just use your words. I would use my words if your ex wasn't always right over there. I hear signs.
Yeah, all those movies, or just even like with The Bachelor or Bachelorette, I want to see later. Like that's the show I want to see when they like. The Bachelorette and Bachelor never work.
Yeah.
They famously never work.
Yeah.
And I want to see, because like imagine living in like a palace and then going on like dates to the Eiffel Tower and like a hot air balloon ride or whatever. And then you just have to be engaged in like an apartment.
Yeah.
That seems really hard.
Yeah.
And I just can only imagine that for both sides. I'm just imagining that if I was the Bachelor, I would be with women and my fiance would be yelling at me. It's like argument fuel, because I could be like, "Hey, did you do the dishes or something?" And she'd be like, "Oh, sorry, I was just thinking about how you banged all my roommates on TV."
Yeah.
It's like, when are you gonna let that go?
That was the premise of the show.
You signed up for the show. You knew it was gonna happen like that.
I'm sorry. Do you expect something different to happen when you date a guy along with 29 other women? I'm gonna park a few of them.
Yeah, see, this is why I don't get the Bachelorette, because I'm like, if a woman wanted to date a guy with 28 roommates, just go out with someone in Bushwick.
Okay, and we're back. So we teed up House and Life updates, and we didn't do a damn House and Life update. So I just wanted to give this little update. And Eric, you know that I have a job coaching youth basketball at the local school.
Yeah, he keeps bringing his work home with him. There's a bunch of kids running around.
So I have an update, and it's I made like the most boneheaded decision ever. So you know how we're like last in the standings, and we're doing like crap. We play like crap, and our best player sucks. So the other day, like a couple weeks ago, I'm walking by this neighborhood park and I see this like dog that's like really looked like it was dribbling to me, you know? And I don't know if it was just a weird angle and there was a guy behind it that I couldn't see, but I convinced myself this dog was the answer I was looking for. So I brought this dog up to my team. It was like a whole rigmarole. I had to prove that there was nothing in the rule books that said it couldn't happen. And then I put him on the court. I'm like, here we go. It could not have gone worse. This dog shit the bed right away. And not only the bed, shit the freaking court.
Shit the court, shit the bench,
He
shit the
was
locker room.
scared. He was running around. He was trying to bite kids. He bit a kid. He couldn't fucking do anything on the court. He couldn't shoot. He couldn't fucking drive. Could not say. He set like 4 picks. They're all moving screens. Fucking hate this dog.
Yeah. I imagine the humping situation too.
He humped.
And they're like, the ref's like, how do I even call? I don't have a signal for that.
No, they
How
had
do I call that.
Yeah.
There is nothing in the rule book about humping a teammate.
Yeah. So it was technically allowed, but nobody liked it.
No one liked it.
Anyway, this is a nightmare. So all the kids quit. All the parents pulled them out. They didn't like it. I couldn't get any other kids, so fucking just found a bunch more dogs. Because I was just like, this is the only, so now I got a team of dogs, and it's just like, from the opening tip, whistle, 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 whistle. These dogs are running around. They're not representing St. Mary's Secret Heart Catholic School well at all.
And I can't imagine that the boner situation is appreciated by the school as well. It's
bad
by
as
saying
hell.
that it's Secret Heart.
It's bad.
Yeah.
Those dogs get turned on, and then that tube of lipstick really emerges, and it's a fucking nightmare.
Now, are these all different types of dogs that you found?
No, yeah, a real mixed bag. A lot of tramps.
Keep eating spaghetti on the court.
Yeah. So anyway, I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to lose my job.
Seems like you have a pretty natural talent of catching dogs. You thought about working for the pound and being a dog catcher.
That's a really good idea.
You lure these street dogs in on the promise of playing on a basketball team, and then you take them to a kill shelter.
Holy shit. Yeah, I do think I'd be good at that.
I think you would be good at that.
I think I could lure the dog, because I'm really good at luring the dog with a contract that I get them to sign with an inky paw print. But they never read the fine print, and the fine print could say, this is not a contract to play. This is a contract signing this. I'm going to take you to a kill shelter.
Yeah, and even if they do start wising up, if it gets on the street, you just put the fine print in any color, and they won't be able to see it.
Holy shit! Use that against them.
Yeah. And then if any dog does show true talent, then you can save that one, which might inspire some of the other dogs to,
Pick
get
up
better.
Yeah, fucking improve. Put some work into it.
Come on. Think you're just going to be running around all the time for
This
free?
is really good advice. Thank you, Eric.
No problem.
This is really good. I'm going to become a dog catcher for the city, and I'm going to and I'm only going to do kill shelters. Psychotic that those exist.
Yeah.
Wild.
Well, where else would they put them?
I guess that's a good question, but it just seems extreme.
Yeah.
That we're like, if someone
many.
if someone hits a dog, they should go to prison for life. I hate abuse. I hate people who abuse dogs. They're pure. Most dogs need to die in a shelter.
Yeah.
A lot of dogs need to die that way. That's fine.
Right. And also that in some countries they eat dog. And
Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Like certain parts or all of it?
All of it. All of us.
Can't get enough of this stuff.
I would love it.
You want some dog jerky? But we're like, over here we get so upset about that because we love dogs. But meanwhile, we have kill shelters. Like, I think it's better
To eat them.
It is better for someone to have eaten a dog than to just kill it because it's around and it doesn't have a home.
It's true. Eat that thing.
Yeah. Eat it.
Yeah. No, if you cross into Canada across the border, they say, do you have any pets in the car? And if you point to a dog, the border agent goes, yeah. He goes, yum, yum. He licks his lips and he goes, careful with that thing around here. He ties a little bib around his neck, like a lobster-style bib, and then he picks up a knife and a fork and he goes, is that for me?
Well, sorry to hear that about the dog isn't coming through.
Well, it's okay. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully I don't get fired and then people forget about it. And next season I can just recruit some more kids. Today's segment is we're talking about our faves. Fave that. Like it, fave it. The world's full of things we like. The world's full of just our faves. We love to focus on things that make us happy.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone is negative around here, especially in this city.
Yeah.
They say, the train's taking too long. And I say, well, we get to spend more time with our friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
You said it, man.
I said, maybe the driver's having a tough time in this, and he's just enjoying the show.
And they say, who here is your friend? And then you point to the guy jerking off with only a shirt on, sitting across from you, and you go, anyone's a friend. If stranger's just a friend you haven't met yet.
That's my best friend over there.
God willing.
I taught him that.
Dude, where's your pants?
I don't like pants.
Where we're going, we don't need pants.
Where are we going?
Pants store.
Hoyt Skimmerhorn.
We're going to Hoyt Skimmerhorn Station. You don't need pants there.
Yes, you do.
Oh, I was told you didn't.
Well, hey, some days you're a Hoyt, some you're a Skimmerhorn.
Skimmerhorn.
It was a tumultuous time. The Hoyts and Skimmerhorns were at each other's throats.
Old West blood feud.
The Clintons and the Washingtons going at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One,
Romeo and Juliet.
it all started when a Hoyt boy rejected a Skimmerhorn gal.
And on the island of Manhattan, there was the Broadways and the Lafayettes.
Today we're talking about our favorite streaming services.
Oh, I love to stream.
We love to stream. We got a lot of these services. We're paying out each month.
Yeah, I have one that gets me everything.
What's that? Oh yeah, you got Plex.
Yeah, well, Plex is like a Crackle or like any of those,
Okay.
that has those ones that you don't really think about, but has some movies on it with ads. Mm-hmm. But you can subscribe or be allowed into someone's Plex library, and so I pay someone I don't know to have access to their library, and it always has everything in it.
Holy hell.
I don't know where they're keeping all this stuff.
Yeah, I was seeing your watch list. It was crazy. Song of the South, Birth of a Nation. So here's my favorite streaming service. I got a lot of them, but I'll start with Tubi. Tubi has free movies, right? A wide selection of free movies. All you have to do is watch 15 30-second ads every 8 minutes. And then the rest of the movie is free.
That's nothing.
I would say Tubi is the ideal place for a lazy day where you mostly just want to watch ads. But some movies. And bonus, the movies cut to the ads whenever. It'll go to an ad. There's no rhyme or reason to it. It'll keep you on the edge of your seat. And it's occasionally nice, I say, to watch the same ad 20 to 30 times, because then you really get familiar with it and you really get to know it.
Yeah. No, I mean, I used to think when I would watch movies on TV with ads, that it felt too planned.
Yeah.
That this seems like a logical place where there's a break in the action a little bit, and they planned for this. And that's just not for me.
I want Brad Pitt at the end of 7 to say, "What's in the?" and then the word "box" is cut off by a throw to Downy Ultra Soft. Now that's soft. Hey, that feels soft.
They got Fat Albert for Downy Ultra Soft now.
That's the Fat Albert as the big bear. All right, Eric, what's a streaming service that you like?
Well, I mean, you got your normal ones, your Netflix. I love my Plex. I pay a guy named Chinese Ronnie €17 a month.
Chinese Ronnie is his name?
It's something like that. Chinese something.
Yeah. Well,
or that's that's what they call him. Because he's from San Francisco.
last name Ronnie, first name Chinese.
No, it sounds kind of like mob name sort of thing.
It does.
Yeah.
It's kind of like how in mob names you call someone Tiny when he's the biggest guy.
Right.
Ronnie is the least Chinese man you can imagine.
You've never seen someone less Chinese.
Yeah.
Than this. Okay, so you know Crunchyroll?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For anime?
Anime.
Yeah. So I like Philadelphia Roll.
Oh, now what's this?
It's a streaming service very similar to Crunchyroll, but it's mainly clips of Eagles fans lighting things on fire.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, they love to do it, whether the Eagles win or they lose. There's a riot.
Wow.
Yeah. Sometimes I just watched a 8-part documentary series about how they grease up the poles, so fans can, when they try to climb up them, they just slide right back down.
Cute.
Yeah.
Wow. I saw a great, I want to say snuff film on Philadelphia Roll. It was a group of Phillies fans curb stomping a Dodgers fan to death.
Yes.
And somehow they stretched that out for 90 riveting minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And no ads either.
No ads. That's the key.
They do emphasize that they're trying to get advertisers, but no one wants to do it.
No one wants to do it. So we're all familiar with Paramount Plus.
Sure.
Features shows such as Taylor Sheridan's Landman. Well, you and I are big fans of Paramount Minus.
Yeah.
It's just Landman.
Drop the.
It's all
just Landman.
All the fun of logging on to the Paramount app minus most of those pesky shows. It takes you directly to Taylor Sheridan's Landman, starring Billy Bob Thornton, and it forces you to watch each episode. And once Paramount Minus is playing, as you know, you cannot turn it off.
No,
you can't. Paramount Minus is basically a virus that infects all of your other streaming services, so that when you're logging on to Disney Plus next time, honey, you're watching Landman.
You're watching Landman. Landman's back on. And you're like, how? We must have watched every episode by now. You haven't.
You haven't. They're always making more Landman, and you must watch.
Landman was here. We often, in this house, we do a Landman acknowledgement. And we say, Taylor Sheridan was here before.
Mm-hmm.
And we acknowledge that, and he will be here long after us. Mm-hmm. And this is not ours. This is Taylor Sheridan.
This is Taylor's.
We do not claim to own it, but we are temporarily borrowing it for this time.
Amen.
Amen.
Then we say amen. We make it Christian.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
Oh, man. You got another streaming service that you love?
Yeah. You ever watch anything on Crackle?
Yeah.
Crackle has some stuff. Crackle actually has some originals.
They had the comedians in cars getting coffee.
I think that might have been their like big thing.
Yeah.
At first, I remember. I believe Joe Dirt 2 was like a Crackle original. Which there are some movies like that Weird Al movie with Daniel Radcliffe, which was like a Roku Plus original or something. Which on one hand, for people who are in showbiz and trying to get movies made, it's nice to know that there are places that fund it and that people could see it.
Yeah.
But who is watching it? Like how are you finding that, you know? Because I would watch some of those movies, like, you know, if I on like an airplane or something. But there's Crackle. I like Crinkle. Crinkle. It's mostly movies where it makes you kind of go, that's a movie?
You crinkle up your face in confusion.
Okay. Yeah, okay, I guess that's a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And the print's really small.
What does that say? Yeah. What does that say? So squinting.
Squint Game. That's one of their shows.
Yeah. Squint Game.
And it only has to do with me squinting at the screen. Nothing to do with the people on the screen.
I love Crinkle. I love Crackle. And of course, I love Crackle Mirror, which is shows that you know and love from Crackle, but sort of the dark mirror image of those shows. And obviously, their flagship show, comedians in coffee getting cars.
Yes, that one's big.
That one's big. You get to see Jerry Seinfeld and a series of A-list comedian guests scalding themselves at a Hyundai dealership while they pick out a car.
Okay, I'll take the sedan, please. Ooh, are you sure? You're gonna want to upgrade that. I'll take whatever you want. Just give me out of this coffee.
Hi, Jerry.
Jeff Ross is roasted to death, ironically.
Oh my God, the roast master general. Easily the worst roaster on any roast.
Yeah,
charmless.
That's true.
Going back decades. Terrible comedian.
I don't know if I've ever seen him do actual stand-up.
I don't think he can. I think all he can do is dress up as Gaddafi and
he does do that.
and say it's curtains for you, Mr. Trump.
Comedians in cars dressing as Gaddafi.
I'd watch it.
Okay. I recently just renewed my membership to DadTube. Love Dad Tube.
Yeah.
It's stuff that your dad would watch and stuff that you could watch with your dad.
Great.
So it's always like the third or fourth offshoot of a popular film. How oftentimes in Hollywood, though, something will hit it big and then they'll just make a bunch like that. It's like the fourth, fifth one of those. It always starts somewhere in the middle. These movies, you will never see the beginning of the movie.
It's great.
Yeah. Unless you continue watching through and it starts over again in like a TBS sort of fashion. Yeah. And there's extra commercials too. Plenty of commercials. And the coolest thing about it is that it has the technology to be able to tell when you fall asleep or use the bathroom, and it will not stop. That's a big point. It will not.
It just knows.
It knows, and it goes, hey, I'm going to keep going.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to catch this again at some other point when your son is visiting.
My favorite show on DadTube, it's sort of similar to the Fireplace channel. You know, that's like such a Christmas classic, the Fireplace. Sometimes you see a little hand prodding it with the iron. But it's the Thermostat channel. And it's so good, it just sits on a thermostat, and then once in a while you see just a dad's hand go in and turn the temperature down a little, and then you hear a voice say, "Who touched this? Who keeps touching this? God damn it.
I'm freezing.
You're all put on a sweater.
I can't be comfortable in my own house. Who pays the bills?"
Yeah, it's a really good channel. And I love MomTube, which is just movies that you love that pause themselves every 5 minutes and then explain what's happened so far.
Yeah, exactly.
And who that guy is.
And then it says, you can just go back to your phone now.
Yeah. And it'll say, like, you're not supposed to know who that is yet. They haven't said.
And then
but you will find out soon.
And they'll go, and yes, he does look like that guy from NCIS, but it isn't him.
It's not him.
It's not him. But it does look like him.
Yeah, but the name you're trying to think of is Gary Sinise.
Yes.
Or I guess that's CSI.
I liked in CSI Miami because they had that. The cop would always say like a funny.
Yeah, David Caruso.
Yeah, like someone gets shot up a bunch of times in a church, and he walks in and he goes, "Well, I guess now he's really holy," and he takes his glasses off and he goes, "Yeah, he gonna do it again."
Yeah. I think my favorite one is when he comes across a sex worker who's been decapitated, and he goes, "I guess this is the last time she'll give head." Ah! And then right before the theme song comes in, you see his partner go, "Jesus Christ.
People have died."
Yeah. So here's a streaming service I love, similar to Disney Plus, but it's Disney Plus Plus. You get all your favorite Disney Plus shows, plus even more Star Wars spin-off series.
That's great.
It's great if you're someone like me. If you like The Mandalorian, Skeleton Crew, Andor, and Acolyte, and Bad Batch, a show about stormtroopers, then you'll love The Bot Couple, a sitcom about C-3PO and R2-D2 sharing an apartment. Now let me ask you, one of them's a mess, and one of them's neurotic. What could possibly go wrong?
I don't know. But two men roommates? No, I'll watch that.
I'll watch that. And let me ask you this: if you like the shows I mentioned,
yes,
and if you like action and adventure, well, maybe you'll enjoy Mauty, a prequel series about that guy that got choked to death by Darth Vader in the first movie. You can see how this decorated starship captain and naval chief moved up the ranks of the Empire before getting choked to death, like I said.
Yeah.
He's the first guy we see Darth Vader do Force on. I remember watching that scene and being like, wait. What's this guy all about?
He's not even touching him.
Yeah. What's he doing to him? And the guy's getting choked. How do you get to this point? If you like Mauty and if you like all those shows, then you might also like Worm.
I love Worm.
Big space slug, the big space slug. Worm, the big space slug thing. It's a show about that big fucking worm from Empire Strikes Back. Remember when they think they're landing on an asteroid, but they're actually landing inside the mouth and in the belly of a big fucking worm? So each episode, you see this worm try to maintain the careful ecosystem in its belly and guts while living inside an asteroid. And once an episode, it tries to gobble up a ship, and it never quite gets it. It's a sympathetic worm. And lastly, Wookiee House.
I love Wookiee House. Wookiee House rules.
Wookiee House rules. We fucking love Wookiee House. It's a Big Brother type show about Chewbacca and a bunch of other hairy fuckers living in a house getting voted off each week. Not to spoil it, but Chewbacca gets voted off after week 1, and then you spend most of your time with Wookiees. You gotta keep asking what it's named.
Wookiee Goldberg.
Wookiee Goldberg is in the show.
Yes. That was a big get. Wookiee House is great. They're always doing challenges, and we don't know what they're saying, but you can tell that it's got some bite to it.
It's spicy. And you know that they're arguing when they go to Dispute Cove, which is just a couple of hammocks over by the water, and then the Wookiees have to go there to fight, and you're not allowed to fight unless you're in Dispute Cove.
Yeah, and then there's Wookiee House After Dark, which just shows the night vision cameras in the bedrooms. And you think you know how they do it, but you don't.
You have no idea.
You have no fucking idea.
And of course, there's Talking Wookiee with Chris Hardwick. Chris Hardwick is back.
Yeah.
75% of the episode is just Wookiees screaming, but 25% is Chris Hardwick defending himself against the allegations.
Yeah. Honestly, has nothing. He's using his platform. He's abusing his platform because I'm trying to talk Wook.
I'm just trying to talk Wook.
Did you see the bar rescue episode where they did the cantina?
Did they really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was good. They're like, Tapper comes in. It's like, you got to fix all these laser holes in the wall.
Yeah.
This band sucks.
This band sucks.
Sucks. You ever watch Bar Rescue?
Yeah.
His solution is generally clean. That's like a big part of it. This place has never been clean. Generally clean, and then usually get like hotter waitresses.
Yeah.
So I can't say I disagree.
Can't go wrong. Hey, you know those little fucking elf, fucking dwarf, mushroom cap ass looking, little elephant ass looking fucks you got in that band over there? Here's what you're gonna do. Let those fucks go. We're gonna get 4 hot gals.
He goes, we're in space. I bet some of them got 4 boobies.
And then Tapper goes, no. 2 maximum. You got any more streaming services?
That was it.
Okay, well, let me give you just one last one. We've all seen Showtime, but Eric and I are big fans of Tell Time, which is not the clock app. Silly. It's Showtime, but if are you sick of seeing stuff on the screen all the time? Tell Time is a black screen with people narrating all your favorite Showtime shows to the best of their ability. So you can listen to voice actors working for scale as they tell you what happened in the Californication season finale.
Sure.
No visuals, no soundtrack, no actors, just one guy telling you the plot of Californication season 7, episode 12. Spoiler, Hank makes a decision that will fundamentally change his life.
Yeah, if you think you enjoyed watching the show Power, wait till you listen to it.
Wait till you listen to a guy sort of stumble through a plot summary.
Yeah, and he describes it, a lot of times he describes it in a way that doesn't have much to do with what the writer intended. He'll be like, oh, 50 Cent is actually in this episode.
Yeah, he's giving sort of a first-hand blow by blow.
Yeah, oh my gosh, he's showing up. This is what we've been waiting for. Yeah. I know he's one of the producers, but he's not in every episode, clearly. But he's in this one. Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, he got shot.
Oh, no. Spoke too soon.
Sorry,
Fitty. Well, if I know anything about 50 Cent, it's going to take more than that one shot to bring him down.
With inflation, he's probably $1 now.
Well, Eric, it's time for another segment that we love.
Okay.
And it is called Hump or Dump.
God, yes. Yes.
Now this...
Hump. Oh, wait, the game hasn't started yet.
Or dump. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Hump or dump these gals. All right, so I'm going to name some gals.
Okay.
Stars of the silver screen. You're going to tell me if you would hump or dump.
Okay.
So this is a shout out to our good friend comedian Joey Hamburger.
Yes.
Very funny. Betty Boop. As Joey Hamburger says, her head, it's so fucking big.
Have you seen this woman? She's so hot. Betty Boop is...
Hump or dump Betty Boop?
Oh, you got to hump.
I would hump too. She's black and white. Got a huge butt fucking head.
Huge head.
Shaped like a goddamn South Park fucking lollipop ass.
Mm-hmm.
Shaped like Shirley Temple's lollipop. Big head up on top, stick the rest of the way down. Put your hand on her waist and
just
take
how that's like it's me describing the girl I'm seeing to you.
She's great. Yeah, she's curvy.
Yeah, for the listener at home, Erik did he did the curves mime.
Yeah.
But he did a very round head and then a straight stick body.
Yes.
That's very good.
I did object work at UCB.
Did you?
No. Second City and Improv Olympic. Those are my two.
Yes, and I'm going to move on to the next one. Would you hump or dump Bugs Bunny dressed as a girl?
Hump.
Hump that?
Sure.
Now you can picture it, right? Bugs Bunny famously would dress as a girl when he wanted to.
Well, let me picture it.
I would say escape sticky situations or
He's gonna have a sticky situation coming up right now.
or tease his enemies. In a romantic manner, it would make them fall in love with him. They don't even realize that he's the rabbit they wanted to kill.
Do I know he's the rabbit? Or am I one of his victims?
No, I'm just asking if you'd hump or dump him in a dress.
Well, clearly he's got something going on if he's always tricking Elmer Fudd.
You are saying that he must be a very convincing actor to trick a man as smart as Elmer Fudd?
I would say so. Because Elmer Fudd is back when men were men. All right? I'm not saying he's smart, but
And I'm not saying he's handsome.
No.
Not saying he's tall, big, or strong.
But he knows what he wants.
He wants to kill the wabbit.
He wants to just kill the rabbit. Yeah, because Bugs Bunny in a dress is just as close as I'm going to get in this scenario to Jessica Rabbit. No. Bat.
Lola Bunny?
Lola Bunny. Jessica Rabbit is also, but that's a woman.
That's a woman. That's a hot cartoon lady.
Funny how they do that.
Well, she's married to Roger Rabbit, so she took his name.
Wow.
I don't know what her real last name is. Maiden name.
Lady.
Jessica Lady. Jessica Human.
Jessica Human.
What? She took Roger's name. Okay, so you would hump Bugs Bunny dressed as a girl. I'm going to say I would not hump Bugs Bunny dressed as a girl because I feel like somehow I'd go to hump and he'd turn it around on me and humiliate me in some way. Bugs Bunny loves to get you. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like...
I'd say, now I'm getting you.
Yeah, and then he'd go, oh yeah? And then you realize you're actually humping 3 pumpkins stacked on top of each other while he live streams it to your family.
3 pumpkins hump.
3 pumpkins hump.
What about this? Hump or gump.
Okay.
It's either you have sex with them or you bore them on a park bench with stories for a whole day.
You either have sex with them. Would you rather have sex with someone or become mentally incapacitated Gump style?
Yeah. Would you either gump or dump? So you dump, you leave them, or you have sex with them one time and get AIDS.
Oh, Jesus.
No, you deflect it. You don't get AIDS somehow.
Oh, yeah, Jenny got it.
Yeah.
But Forrest didn't get it.
Jenny almost like knowingly gave Forrest because her kid didn't have AIDS.
I don't remember Forrest Gump. I just remember Run, Forrest, Run. I don't remember none of this AIDS stuff.
Have you... Forrest Gump is good. Forrest Gump 2, the book, is crazy.
What happens in that?
I believe at one point he like goes to space. I think he brings down Saddam Hussein.
What?
There's like some truly crazy stuff.
Who wrote this book?
I think the same guy.
Forrest Gump based on book?
I think so.
Huh.
Because was it Zemeckis who did Forrest Gump? But yeah, there's some wild stuff there. He like goes to the moon with an orangutan or something.
Jesus.
There's some kooky stuff where he like stops 9/11. Like there's some wild shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll look it up. But
wow. Gump stops 9/11.
But he probably does it in typical Gump fashion.
Yeah.
Where he goes like, you dropped your box cutter.
Yeah.
He like caused 9/11.
He caused it.
Uh-huh. The guy like Yeah. Oh, you dropped this. Probably need this on the flight. What a nice melon.
Do you need help finding your box?
Yeah.
I can't see a box.
But life is like a box cutter. And then the Taliban are just overwhelmed by the kindness of this American that they decide not to do it. It would probably be something like that.
They give him a parachute. They give him the only parachute. And they say, in translation, you are the only good American. Go live on and teach your fellow man to be more like you. And then they push him out of the plane, and then Gump goes, thanks, fellas.
Thanks,
and
fellas.
as the plane smashes into the towers.
Wow.
And he lands in the rubble, and a firefighter goes, where did you come from? And Gump goes, I was on the plane, but they gave me a chute, and I jumped.
I jumped out. And then it's got to be some saying that then becomes like live, laugh, love. And then like the fireman hears that, and then he puts that on a sign. He like writes it, like he's covered in dust, and he's like, it's a nightmare. He's never seen it. He writes live, laugh, love on it, and then all of a sudden it goes everywhere.
Yeah. Gump lands, and then the firefighter goes, are you sure you were on the plane? And he goes, I'll never forget. And the firefighter goes, oh my God. Fellas, get the big stencil ready and the spray paint. I got something to put around town.
Humper Gump.
Okay, here's another humper dump. The yellow M&M.
The yellow one.
Not the green one, not the brown one.
Is she the smart one?
No, the yellow one is the big dumb oaf who's a guy.
Oh.
Sort of Gump in his own way.
He's kind of Gump.
He's kind of Gump.
I'm going to have to hump.
You're going to hump that child, basically? That big... Now, I do think he's a man, but he got the brain of a child.
But that peanut ass don't quit, brother.
He does have a peanut in him.
No, I'd probably dump.
Yeah, I'd probably dump the yellow M&M. I don't think I want to have sex with that guy.
What about this? Humper clump. And you either have sex with them or you dress up as an entire family in fat suits with them and fart.
I guess I'd clump.
I'm gonna clump.
Here's the last humper dump, and this is sort of just a human extension of the yellow M&M. Lenny from Of Mice and Men. The big dumb oaf who squeezes rabbits too hard and then gets a bullet in the back of the head.
I mean, that is kind of the way I want to go. Embrace a lady and then have my brother shoot me.
Yeah.
I don't want to kill her, though.
I want to get executed by the only guy who understands me because it's better for me in the long run.
Yeah, and better for him.
Yeah, better for him.
Yeah.
I want to get executed by my close friend because it's better for him.
Yeah, dude. After the podcast goes a minute over an hour. It's for your own good.
It's better for him. Humper dump Lenny from Of Mice and Men.
I gotta dump that one.
Okay, I'm gonna hump. I'm gonna hump just to see what sounds he makes.
The wabbits, George. Duck season, wabbit season.
Shut up.
Gary Sinise.
Gary Sinise, yeah. Mice and Men. And Gary Sinise was in the original book that Steinbeck wrote. He wrote George, in brackets, Gary Sinise.
A Gary Sinise type.
Finally, time to end this son of a gun with the way we close every episode, which is shout-outs and plugs. Anything you'd like to shout out? Anything you'd like to plug?
Well, we were talking about DadTube earlier. I would like to plug the movie Peppermint, starring Jennifer Garner.
What's this?
It is an action movie where she's a spy or something. Or, I don't know. It's not very good, but I watched it with my dad because he talked about it for a while. And yeah, if your dad's the type to prefer some dumb action movie, which don't get me wrong, I love them, but the ones that are 3 levels down from any even close to good, that'd be a good one to watch with your dad.
Yeah, the kind of movies you could find on AMC minus.
100%.
Yeah. I would like to plug plants that can handle literally 0 sunlight. I guess I want to shout them out. We live in what I wanted to characterize as a cave.
Yes.
an uninhabitable cave for boys.
Yes.
When we met, the real estate agent said, there's one more place you could check out. It's not like a place, but it's just down here. She led us to the edge of the woods and then down into what looked to be a cave, a bear's home. And she said, she handed us bear spray, and she said, this is yours as long as you can keep it.
Yeah. He said the owner will come back regularly, but as long as you can stay here, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. It might get a little crowded come winter time.
And we said,
but,
what?
So we got we got zero sunlight in our little cave ass home, but and some of our plants have not done well, but some of them are, may I say, thriving.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish I knew what they were called. One of them seems to be some sort of ficus.
Right.
I don't know, but he's doing great.
We have lots of moss.
I'm so appreciative of all of our plants that are just like handling living room lighting.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to, frankly, God above and to nature, the mother.
Yeah.
We love these plants. We're getting more and more. Mostly pothos because they can survive anything. But who knows? There might be a snake plant in our future. The way I like to decorate my home with plants is anything you could see through the corner of basically any convenience store. Convenience store plants. Give me a money tree. Give me a pothos and a snake.
Money tree.
They say money doesn't grow on trees, but money trees grow in soil, and you can have it.
And you can take that to the bank, and they'll say, what is this?
What's this? No, we don't accept trees. And you go, I'm so sorry. Maybe you don't understand. This tree is currency.
What if I use it for collateral for a loan? I have a great business plan.
What I'm going to need is a place to stay.
Let me sleep in the vault.
Okay, here's my pitch. Dragons, here's my pitch. I need a place to stay. Let me sleep in the vault. I'll give you, I don't know, this tree. I got $5 on me. I'm dying out here.
Yeah, I'll take my shirt off. You can heat up coins and make me hold them.
Please, dragons, for a 100% investment in whatever you want to call this, I would like to sleep in the vault or whatever's back there. In return, I will also give you the gifts I said.
You're already getting dragged out.
Yeah. Please, dragons. Please, sharks.
Yeah, why are you calling us dragons? We're sharks.
That's what they call it in Canada and England.
It's Dragon Tank?
It's Dragon's Den, but it's way more fun to imagine Dragon Tank. Just an aquarium full of dragons.
Dragon's Den is what they call it there?
Yeah, the original is Dragon's Den. Because first it was in England, and then it was in Canada, and then it was in America.
Wow.
A rare thing that Canada got before America, but before you start to get too big on yourself, Canadians, it wasn't our idea. We just got it before America. It still came from England.
Wow.
Dragon's Den. Shark Tank in America. You guys can't handle a dragon.
No.
Sharks.
Well, we know that we're not. I know the stereotype is Americans don't know history. Well, we know dragons weren't here. They were in England. We know that. We've seen old maps, okay? Yeah. Everyone says you're stupid. You don't know what those maps are and where they... But I know there's dragons in them. And then there's 3 humps of a big sea monster.
Sharks are American.
Ever since Steven Spielberg discovered them, they've been ours.
Red, white, and freaking blue. And of course, if you go to Australia, you can watch Kangaroo's Pouch.
Yep. Hello, Roos.
And welcome to the pouch. Welcome to the pouch. What do you have to pitch today?
Okay, Roos. I am American, and one of a biggest seller in bakeries is day-old bread. We know this. So I'm pitching that we take that day-old bread, we fly it to Australia, where it is the day before, and it is now same-day bread.
Wow.
So you sell it, double the markup, business entitled, save some dough.
Oh, I'm in.
That's not a shack. This is a shack.
What is? Sorry.
I'm used to having a shack here.
Yeah. Picture of a shack. Let me just go through these.
Sorry.
Mama. Mum. That's mum. That's me mum. A lot of photos. There's my mum.
This is the shack.
There's the shack. I saw it on in the cove.
Yeah. Well, my friend did. He sent it to me.
My friend saw it. We love Kangaroo's Pouch. Of course we do. Thank you for listening to Whoa, That's Sick. And be good. Get out there. Try your best.
And if you can't be good at it.